MegaQuake, MegaTsunami, San Andreas, New York, by Victoria Popova and Lydia Andrianova. The San Andreas Fault today is known worldwide due to the expected catastrophe, a historically strong mega-earthquake of about magnitude 9.2, ready to explode at any moment. Experts warn that between the plates have accumulated such powerful stress that the released energy will be comparable with a nuclear charge of hundreds of megatons. However, no one even realizes that this catastrophe is the beginning of the apocalypse. This megaquake on the west coast of America will be continued MegaTsunami from the Mexican Gulf, which, as predicted by Edgar Cayce, will go to the Great Lakes and will destroy already the eastern part of America. At the same time, countries of the Western Europe and also the remaining lands of America will be flooded. Under the blows will also be New Zealand, Australia, Japan, and other countries. This way on the planet will begin the events of the end of the world. Extraterrestrials presented the complete scenario of all events of the apocalypse, according to which the main blows on densely populated areas will inflict 3 preliminary cataclysms. They will occur within 1 year before the beginning of global cataclysms. The first and the second of them will arise in the Gulf of Mexico in the days of autumn and spring equinoxes, respectively, and in the form of megatsunamis will pass through the east coast of America and the countries of Western Europe. Extraterrestrials also warn that at the same time will arise a strong earthquake with tsunami in the region of the western coast of Peru at the intersection of El Niño and the Humboldt Current. On the planet will arise strong radiation in the result of destruction of numerous nuclear power plants crushed by blows of nature. Among the first, obviously, will be Diablo Canyon Nuclear Power Plant, located midway between Los Angeles and San Francisco, just 2 miles from the powerful Hosgri Fault, the component of the system of the San Andreas Fault. Nostradamus warned, common blood will flood the earth, people will live with their mouths closed, and unpredictable will come. Unpredictable, it is radiation, unknown at that time phenomenon, which will close the mouths of people, contaminating water and food. What does all this mean? The death of civilization in global cataclysms? And so it is necessary to use the 2 keys to the gates of the kingdom of heaven that were given to St. Peter already 2,000 years ago for the salvation of mankind at the time of mortal danger. But where are these gates? How to find them? Extraterrestrial civilizations had transferred to mankind the detailed instructions of how to escape from global cataclysms and to get into the kingdom of heaven on the highest level of the material world, where the general resurrection will happen. However, the instructions for the transition into the kingdom of heaven are written by unknown to mankind symbols of consciousness. In order to read it, to us, Russian scientists from the above were given 2 keys. The instructions inform that for the transition to the other level of the material world, humanity has to convert a body by the action of united consciousness which will cause the laser beam of incredible power. The people of the highest consciousness, as igniters of the transition, have to cause small laser beams. The entire civilization of Earth has to enormously increase these ignited small laser beams, forming common laser beam of incredible power. For this purpose, humanity has to simultaneously unite consciousness and to create homogeneous resonant structure of consciousness through special breathing techniques. Edgar Cayce predicted that the hope of the world will come from Russia, and indeed the 2 keys to the symbolics of consciousness given to us, Russian scientists from the above, have allowed to read the instructions for the salvation of mankind at the time of the beginning of global catastrophes. Thus the gates of the kingdom of heaven will be opened not by the physical keys which were presented to St. Peter, but by the keys to the symbolics of consciousness used for reading the instructions for the transition. The change of the keys means a transfer from individual consciousness to united consciousness of all civilization. Notification people of Earth about produced replacement of the keys and the changes of their owners is extremely important, and will be marked by the strong cataclysm that will destroy Vatican, the citadel of the papacy located in Rome. The city of 7 hills will be destroyed, and apocalypse will come, predicted already in the 12th century Saint Malachi. The basis of the transition is a deep mutual understanding and love between people of our planet that corresponds to the golden principle of morality. Love your neighbor as yourself. About this conscious overturn of consciousness from hate to love and mutual understanding, required for the transition, for already 2,000 years warns mankind the inverted cross of St. Peter, to whom were given the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Consequently, the overturn of consciousness is a necessary condition, under which the keys will open the gates of the kingdom of heaven. If mankind will continue to live in terror attacks, hatred, and wars, the keys will not work, the gates will still be closed, and humanity will be destroyed in cataclysms. About the brotherhood of people of the planet, which will arise during the planetary catastrophes predicted by Edgar Cayce, extraterrestrials warn that mankind must make the transition before the second preliminary cataclysm. Otherwise, it will perish in global cataclysms of the planet's destruction. In this very short period of time will come true the Bible prophecy that swords would be beaten into plowshares. More information is presented on our website and our YouTube channel, Our Transition 49.